Now I mentioned the area going towards Rembrandt's house was part of the original Jewish neighborhood of the city. Now, very obviously, that's going to take an enormous hit after the Holocaust and the end of World War II. It is almost unfathomable, basically, the aspect of coming back to this neighborhood, once so vibrant. Again, we're talking, remember that Portuguese Jewish community that had been here for hundreds upon hundreds of years, amongst other Jewish communities. The likes of Anne Frank's family came more recently from Germany. So you had a very vibrant Jewish community here, essentially wiped out, I would say overnight, but in the span of a couple of years. And so imagine returning to this neighborhood, simply desolate buildings, abandoned buildings, dilapidated apartments, still filled with the belongings of these poor, unfortunate people shipped off to the various concentration camps. And so the entire neighborhood, which is empty now, fell into ruin after World War II, and it remained that way actually for a couple of decades. Here we are into the 1960s, 1970s. As with much of the Western world, the ideas of suburbanization comes into vogue. Many Amsterdammers themselves don't want to live in this old medieval parts of the city. They move out to new suburbs, and so in the intermittent time period, this old Jewish area actually becomes mostly inhabited by squatters. Which is very popular in Amsterdam in the 1960s, 70s, part of that burgeoning counterculture sort of idea to squat in an old flat. And things really came to a head in 1975 when they decided to build a new subway line, new metro line here in the city. They were going to tear down pretty much all of the old, of course remember, dilapidated, abandoned, for the most part, Jewish neighborhood to make way for this new subway line. Well, that ran into direct contrast with the idea of the squatters here, who felt they should be preserving these buildings, of course preserving the roofs over their heads. And over a series of days in spring of 1975, they actually had to not only call in the police, but even the military to deal with the riots that were breaking out in this very same neighborhood here, known as the Nieuwemarket riots of 1975. So inflammatory was this that they actually, the City Council of Amsterdam, changed plans to build a number of subway lines that was going to demolish several other neighborhoods. So the actions here of these squatters actually determined policy moving forward. And it's very ironic that the sections that had been demolished by that stage to make way for the subway line in these new sort of 1970s buildings, quite frankly, are actually some of the ugliest in the city. So it just proves it right that essentially we should be trying to save as much of the old city as we can.